this morning we are continuing to follow Helene recovery efforts in Western North Carolina. Josh Schaefer with the News and Observer joining us now to talk about a new article. Josh, you've got this big article coming up this weekend focusing on the French Broad River and why its cleanup has been so challenging. So the Broad is one of the area's biggest attractions. Start by telling us why it's just so significant.
The French Broad is the third biggest river in the entire world and maybe the most beautiful in North Carolina, with huge boulders and rapids that are big enough to give you a thrill but small enough to take your kids down. It goes right through Asheville, so millions of people see it every year, and a ton of people in western North Carolina make their living either as river guides or as fishing guides. It's just a crucial part of the economy.
Yeah, I've been out there and walked along those riverbanks. It is beautiful. That was during better times. Now, after Helene, parts of the Broad River have just been washed away by Helene. You recently got to paddle down the river. Tell us what you saw.
Helene came through with a 24-foot wall of water and picked up everything in its path and dumped it like you'd turned a trash can upside down. There's one point where there's a shipping container 20 feet long wrapped around a bridge piling. There are log jams stacked 20 feet high along the banks where there used to be forests. There are appliances, propane tanks, and miles of plastic pipe along the side of the river. It is a mess.
It sounds like a mess, and it also sounds like there are a lot of challenges, years of challenges ahead. So what are the next steps for those businesses, those artists along the French Broad? What do they need to recover?
Well, luckily it is still navigable, and the early tests are showing it's not contaminated. It's safe to paddle down. So a nonprofit called Mountain True is paying these river guides to go along the banks and pick up the trash by hand and carry it out in rubber rafts. So Mountain True could obviously use a lot of help donation-wise, because they're just one group and this is just one river out of dozens, all of which were devastated by this storm.
John, we appreciate your time. We appreciate your reporting. Thank you for joining us. You can read more about Helene recovery efforts right now on the NNO website. Josh, thanks.